People out there, listen close, because this hits deep, and it's about the fight you're losing every single day without even realizing it. You pour your heart, your sweat, maybe even your last cent into a project, a vision, something that could change the game. But something's always missing, right? The money just doesn't come like it should. The crowd you need, the fuel to push the rocket. Where the hell are they? You're screaming into the void while your dreams bleed unnoticed. It's brutal. It's unfair. But here's the raw truth. It's not because your idea sucks. It's because you're trying to ignite a wildfire, but you're lighting it in a storm you don't see. The storm is a lack of connection to the people who actually care, your local tribe. And here's the brutal slap. Global platforms, mass campaigns, they spread your voice everywhere and nowhere at once. You're the voice in a hurricane, lost, ignored, unheard. Your power, it's trapped inside geographical chaos, scattered potential, caged behind algorithms that don't know your story, your pain, your problems. What if instead you could laser focus? Pinpoint exactly where your people are, where those who get your purpose live, breathe, eat, and want to back you because it hits them in their soul. That fire, that rage, that hunger to build something local, something real, that's where the power is. That's where the cash flows. That's where crowdfunding becomes unstoppable. Geo-targeting is not just a tool, it's the key. The secret weapon that turns your love, your blood, your work into a living, breathing force, tearing down the walls of obscurity and silence. You want to hear what's so damn game-changing? You slice your potential back to the roots, your community, your city, your precise turf, where your story matters more than anywhere else. Because local people don't just back projects, they back neighbors, fellow dreamers who share the same streets, the same problems, the same heartbeat. And once you crack that code, every single dollar, every share, every damn vote becomes a war cry. Your war cry, theirs, unified. Stop wasting your breath trying to shout over the noise of the whole planet when you haven't conquered your own backyard. Geo-targeting lets you break through the clutter, sink into that intimate connection, and make crowdfunding personal again. You dig into postal codes, neighborhoods, meetups, local vibes. With smart, obsessive precision, you find exactly who will care the most. And they'll do more than care. They'll fight for you. That's the raw power. That's the real liberation from endless rejection, from feeling invisible in a sea of global noise. You feel that sinking, suffocating frustration of pouring your soul into something, only to be buried beneath likes and empty promises? Geo-targeting cuts through that despair. Here's what you do. Right now, right here. No excuses. Start by mapping your local ecosystem. Who are the businesses, the influencers, the change makers who are already hungry for what you offer? Don't guess. Dig. Use local data, community forums, even talk to people face to face if you have to. This isn't some vague marketing nonsense. This is a quest for your people. Second, craft messaging that feels like a direct conversation between old friends who share history, pain, and hope. Not flashy ads, but stories rooted in the local streets, symbols that hit the gut. This sparks connection, triggers that emotional chain reaction no global ad can fake. Third, deploy ads, outreach, and campaigns that target coordinates, not continents. Zip codes, metro lines, neighborhoods, where the pulse is strongest. Serve your message inside the digital rooms your potential backers inhabit every damn day. And here's the kicker. Integrate local events, happenings, even collaborations with local hubs that operate beneath the radar but have massive influence. You tap into those underground currents, and suddenly your campaign isn't a lonely plea. It becomes the local movement everybody's buzzing about. But don't stop there, because this is about more than money. It's about ownership, identity, and the fierce need for your community to see themselves in your success. When local backers see this isn't some far-off dream, but a shared quest for their future, they don't just donate, they become your relentless champions. You aren't building a campaign anymore. You're forging a local rebellion against the status quo, using crowdfunding as your battle cry. And yes, it's exhausting. Yes, it demands obsession. But what this world desperately needs, what crowdfunding was meant for, is exactly this kind of rooted, fired up revolution. You have the power to transform your local networks into unstoppable funding engines that don't just fuel your project, but reignite communities broken by distance, apathy, and outdated systems. The global system promises freedom, but chains you to empty metrics and blind hopes. Geo-targeting breaks those chains, unleashing freedom in local pixels, local minds, local hearts. Demand the data, wield it mercilessly. Be ruthless with precision. If you want funding, your first investor is your community. Nail their location, their language, their fears and hopes. Then smack their feed with what they need to hear, not what you hope they want. That obsession with exact local relevance is not some side tactic. It's the lifeblood of successful, scalable crowdfunding today. Remember, this is a rebellion against invisibility, against systems that decide you don't matter enough to fund, against a reality that sells comfort while strangling ambition. Geo-targeting is your weapon to fight back, connect deep, and unleash a funding tidal wave local by local, street by street. No more blind casts into the void. No more endless frustration watching your project sink. Instead, sharpen your focus, ignite local passion, and let your crowdfund become a roaring blaze from the inside out. The world's biggest lies promise you freedom, but they give you rules. Geo-targeting is your refusal to play by their game, a command to yourself and your local world. We are here. We will be seen. We will be funded. This is where the impossible starts, right here, right now. Don't let another second slip away chasing illusions of global glory while ignoring the gold mine beneath your feet. Own your geography, own your crowd, own your future. Crowdfunding isn't about asking the world's billions. It's about moving your local millions to rise with you. Slay the frustration, smash the silence, ignite the fire, one local soul at a time. No borders, no illusions, just raw, unstoppable, precise power.